This week wasn't about intensity, it was about precision. Not a big breakthrough, not a hard push, just subtle refinements that shift everything. Because once you've rebuilt your signal, once you've reclaimed your field, the next level isn't louder, it's cleaner. Week 15 was about energetic refinement, and refinement doesn't demand attention, it demands awareness. We began with one of the most misunderstood dynamics: control. Control often masquerades as power, but underneath it you find fear, a need to manage every outcome, a subtle belief that without force nothing will move. But in the simulation, control doesn't stabilize your field, it distorts it. On Monday we dropped one place we were gripping too tightly: a task, a timeline, a relationship. We released the pressure not because we stopped caring, but because we started trusting. Clean energy regulates the space around it without needing to manage it. Then came Tuesday. The clutter wasn't visible, but it was there: unfinished tasks, looping thoughts, unspoken words. Completion isn't about being a perfectionist, it's about giving your mind closure. Because every loop left open keeps pulling energy from your signal, and even the smallest task you've been avoiding starts to weigh more than it should. So we finished one thing, sent one message, closed one tab, and instantly the field felt lighter. Completion is a frequency, and when you live from it, the simulation responds with clarity. Wednesday brought us to the transitions we avoid. Not every ending is messy, but most are noisy. Because, honestly, we don't know how to leave without either explaining too much or disappearing completely. But in truth, exits hold power. The way you leave is the seed of what comes next. We exited something cleanly this week, maybe silently, maybe directly, but definitely with clarity, no lingering, no guilt, just grace. And when you leave clean, you don't carry the noise forward. Thursday showed us what real softness is: not weakness, not collapse. Softness is a strategy, but a kind of sovereign strength that needs no defense. Softness is a strategy when you're aligned. It disarms without trying. It absorbs without reacting. It leads without dominating. And when you soften from a stable core, the simulation doesn't read it as vulnerability. It reads it as quiet power. So we chose softness in one place we normally brace, and the tension that normally follows didn't arrive. Then came Friday. Precision. Not in how much you say, but how clearly you say it. Not in how often you act, but in how clean your movement is. Precision is a form of respect. It tells the simulation, I know who I am, I know what I mean. I don't need to dilute my signal to be heard. So we chose one signal, one sentence, one gesture, and we let it land exactly as intended. No explaining, no overcompensating, just clean direction. And that was the theme all week: clean, clear, exact. You let go of the need to control what was already aligned. You finished what needed closure. You exited with dignity. You softened from strength, and you spoke with precision. You didn't just refine your behavior, you refined your frequency, and that's what moves the simulation. Because clarity is more than a mindset, it's a field. And this week, you lived inside it. This is Transcendent Reality. Live the